We're going to be comparing the TSG Pass Pro to the Predator. A lot of you guys have been asking, what is that helmet that you guys are wearing? This is the TSG Pass Pro that we've been wearing. I ride open when I want to talk to you guys on YouTube, but when it's freezing cold or when there's a bunch of flies and gnats, I just close it and I'm good to go. And if I want some extra ventilation, I can just crack it. So the TSG Pass has been a great helmet for us, but we're going to compare it to the Predator to see the pros, the cons, the similarities, and the differences. So let's go ahead and get this open. I do like the branding, EVs. They're based up in Canada, but they do ship to the US.
Oh, what is this? Hats and t-shirts. We didn't know that was in here. Oh, cool.
And we've got some hats here. How's it look? Electric, it's the future. So let's take a look at these helmets. All right, the Predator DH6X.
It's beautiful, it's light.
Shiny. Such a good looking helmet, so simple. We're gonna talk about the similarities now that we have them side by side. The two here in the center are the Predators. This here is the TSG Pass. So full face coverage, sleek, very sophisticated design, very similar style. Very easy to use too. No tools needed to exchange lenses, so you're not gonna need any tools. And both of these helmets are certified CEEN 1078 certified.
That just means they're certified for skateboarding.
The other thing too is the latch mechanism is this D-ring. So it's the same on the TSG Pass as it is on the Predator.
Yeah, the D-rings are good for safety. It's the same thing that you see on motorcycle helmets, but it can be painful to put on these helmets when you're wearing gloves.
And so those are the similarities.
The biggest difference that I found is this one's lighter.
His is 900 grams or 1.98 pounds if you want to get super precise. This is 1060 grams or 2.34 pounds. So a little bit heavier. It's a noticeable difference. So I can notice a difference. This is a touch heavier. You're a lighter helmet, but I win in the cost division. This is a less expensive helmet. Both helmets aren't cheap, but you're paying for great style and great protection.
So the TSG Pass does come in more colors. However, the Predator helmet comes in a glossy and a matte finish. The TSG Pass is only offered in a matte finish now.
The other thing where the Predator wins is the Predator should come with 3 lenses.
Both helmets come with a clear lens and a chrome lens. The extra lens that comes with the Predator helmets is a black lens.
So again, TSG Pass only comes with these lenses. You got the clear, you got the reflective chrome, as opposed to the Predator, which comes in the chrome, the clear, and the black. You can see the ventilation is a lot smaller here. You have bigger ventilation with the Predator because oftentimes when I'm riding, I actually, especially when it's cold or if I'm breathing hard and heavy, I actually crack it just a little bit to help with the ventilation. Because just talking about these lenses, the TSG lenses, they tend to fog up, especially when it's cold out. I hear you don't have that problem with the Predator, is that right?
Yeah, not as much because this ventilation helps out quite a bit. Both of them do have little cutouts for the ears for better hearing.
I can hear you way better in this.
Another advantage that the TSG Pass has is it has an additional certification that the Predator does not have, and it's ASTMF 1952 certified. It's a mouthful. It's downhill mountain bike certified, whereas this does not have that certification. Put them side by side. So we've got a Predator and TSG Pass. You can see the differences are subtle, but they're definitely there. The shape is similar. I got mine in a matte finish, as opposed to Andrew, who got his in a glossy finish.
For me, I'm used to snowboarding with Oakley optics, so I'm kind of a snob. The TSG Pass, the lens looks awesome, but for me, the optics is a little bit off. Yeah, so it's the same thing. It's about the same similarity of lens quality. It kind of, because it's bowed out and it's not against your eyes, you get a little bit of a bowing in the center.
So it warps things a little bit.
Yeah, it warps things a little bit. It's not terrible.
I don't notice it that much because I am not a lens snob. When I go snowboarding, I wear these like cheap Amazon goggles that I bought for like 20 bucks or something, and I'm sure everything's warped. I'm just used to it. And one thing to note about the TSG is you gotta size up, because even though they come in small, medium, large, I feel like if you're a medium-sized head, you're gonna want a large. And if you're a large-sized head like myself, it's gonna be tight, which this is.
I'm normally medium size and the medium fits good on me, but I know Jimmy's normally a large size and the TSG Pass kind of pinches his head.
Yeah, the TSG Pass is tight on me, especially on the cheeks. If you're concerned that the TSG Pass might be too small, then you might want to consider the Predator because it's one size fits all. It comes with all the different padding that you need if you need to size up or size down.
One thing to note about the TSG Pass helmet, they're all the same size. So whether you get a small, medium, or large, it's not like you're getting a bigger helmet. You're getting the same helmet, just different pads.
Let's give you an idea of how hard or how easy it is to change out the pads. They're just buttoned in. That was easy. So just 2 buttons secured it. Okay, you can see I pulled this one out. This is for a medium-sized head, and you can see it's much thicker than this pad for a bigger head. So if you're small head, you want big padding. If you're big head, you want little padding. If you're in the middle, you use medium padding. And then you just line up the buttons there and snap them in. That's not bad at all. Okay, let's try this other side. All right, so now we have more room in there. Let's see if it'll fit on my big head. Oh yeah. I don't know if you noticed that, but I pulled down with such strength just because I'm so used to pulling so hard to get this over my head because it's a little on the small side that my head just like popped in there. So actually this feels perfect for me. You guys will notice when I am riding and filming and talking to the camera wearing the TSG helmet, a lot of times you can't quite hear me. And that's because it's not as open. I feel like this is more open. You can actually see my mouth. Here, you can't see your mouth because you have this lip that comes up and over. So that covers my mouth. And then on top of that, you have this horseshoe piece of padding in here that you do not have on the Predator. And to be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what the purpose of this is because my lips kind of sit right on it. And I feel like it just muffles my voice even more when I'm talking. If you're filming and talking to the camera for YouTube, I feel like this is better because it allows me to talk to the camera so you can see my mouth. I'm getting a little fogging already, just a little bit. I do get some fogging with the TSG, so as far as fogging goes, I'm not sure if one's any better than the other.
Helmets come with a nice microfiber bag. One thing I do like about the TSG bag over the Predator bag is this has a slot for the extra lens. A separate pocket to slide a lens in that you can Velcro shut, so you can keep your extra lens with your helmet. The Predator bag has one big bag, it is bigger. You can slide in your other lenses in here, but there's nothing to prevent it from scratching against each other.
Show them how you change out the lenses.
So both of the helmets need 0 tools. This one's a little bit easier because it's easier to grab, where if you look at the TSG Pass, you can twist this, but you kind of have to put your finger in. Where this one has a little bit more ridges on there. So you spin that out, take off these 2 pieces. So this is the unique lens that comes to the Predator helmets, and it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Just spin it right back on. I do like this black lens. It's pretty sweet looking.
So I have just about all my safety gear on, but I saved the best for last. Let's get this helmet on. Still very snug, but much easier to put on than on my TSG helmet. And when I put on my glasses, I can slide it in much easier than on the TSG just because it was really too tight to put on those glasses. Again, the buckle is this D-ring loop. Not super convenient, but with practice, you can do it actually pretty quickly. Let's ride. So it's a windy day, but with the TSG Pass, because the chin bar was thicker and it kind of covered your mouth, in addition it had foam padding there, it was really hard to hear me sometimes when I was wearing the TSG Pass helmet. With the Predator, that's not the case. Face is open for you to see my beautiful facial expressions and smile, and also for you to hear me. On top of that, like we said earlier, it's so much easier to hear. You can hear me, right, Andrew?
Oh, 100%.
Yep.
A lot better.
We've been having a great time riding around the reservoir with these new Predator helmets. Let's give our final thoughts, what we think about these guys compared to our regular TSG helmets. Andrew, I'll let you start.
I can hear Jimmy a lot better. The TSG Pass helmets, they kind of feel muffled and it's hard to hear people.
The thing that I like best about this helmet, besides being able to hear better, which makes riding safer and makes it easier for us to communicate, I also love that when I close this, I can breathe hard and it does not fog up as easily as it did with the TSG Pass. Great for safety and just convenience, because I hated riding with the TSG Pass and having it fog up, and I'd always have to crack it open. It's noticeably lighter on my head. The TSG Pass, not that it was a heavy helmet, but this is even lighter, so it feels great. In the end, I would say if you're looking for a good looking full-face helmet, you can't go wrong with the TSG Pass or the Predator. But if you're willing to pay the extra money with the Predator, you'll be able to speak so that people can hear you better. You'll be able to listen and hear your surroundings better. It's not gonna fog up as much, and it's gonna be lighter. A lot of pros to the Predator helmet. I can see why people prefer this over the TSG Pass. Thanks for watching, and when you guys ride, remember to wear your safety gear.